Welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited to have you all here today because we've got something really special lined up. Today we're going big with a riddle challenge that's going to make your brains work over time. That's right, we're diving deep into the world of riddles, puzzles and brain teasers. We've got 12 mind-bending riddles lined up, each one more challenging than the last. These aren't your everyday riddles. These are the kind that will really test your mental mettle. I'm talking about the kind of riddles that'll have you scratching your head, questioning everything you thought you knew. You might even find yourself going down a rabbit hole of thoughts and ideas. These riddles are designed to push your cognitive limits and make you think outside the box. So if you love a good challenge, you're in the right place. Think you can solve them all? Well, we're about to find out. Grab a pen and paper, or just get ready to use that amazing brain of yours. I'm talking about serious bragging rights, if you can. Imagine being able to say you solved all 12 of these tough riddles. That's something to be proud of. So without further ado, let's jump right into the first riddle and see what you've got. Get ready, because this is going to be a wild ride through the world of riddles and puzzles. Let's do this. All right, Riddle Masters, get ready for your first brain teaser. What has keys but can't open a single lock? Think about it. It's something you use almost every day. Something with keys that aren't for doors. Take 5 seconds to ponder this one. Did you get it? It's a keyboard, of course. Those keys are for typing, not unlocking. Who else got that right? Let me know in the comments. Okay, round two. Let's see if you're as sharp as you think. Riddle number 2. What has a heart that doesn't beat? Now this one is tricky. We're not talking about a real heart here. Think outside the box. What else could have a heart? Time's up. The answer is an artichoke. That's right. That tough, spiky exterior hides a soft, delicious heart. No beating involved. How many of you saw that one coming? All right, riddle champions, let's crank up the difficulty. Riddle number 3. What can travel the entire world, literally go all the way around, but never leaves the corner? This one might have you stumped. Think about things that represent travel, but in a symbolic way. Got it? The answer is a stamp. A postage stamp can travel the world on letters and packages, but it always stays stuck in its corner. How cool is that? Let's see if you can keep this momentum going. Stamps are fascinating little pieces of paper, aren't they? They come in all shapes, sizes and designs, each one telling a unique story. Some stamps feature famous landmarks, while others showcase historical events or cultural icons. They are like tiny passports that have seen more of the world than most of us ever will. Imagine the journey a stamp takes. It starts at a local post office, gets sorted and processed, and then embarks on an adventure across cities, countries, and sometimes even continents. It might travel by plane, train, or automobile, passing through various hands and places, all while staying firmly attached to its envelope or package. And yet, despite all this movement, the stamp remains in its little corner, a silent witness to the journey it undertakes. Next time you send a letter or receive one, take a moment to appreciate the stamp. It's not just a means to an end, it's a traveler in its own right. The cancellation mark on a stamp is like a passport stamp for a traveler, marking the places it has been. Collectors often treasure these cancelled stamps as they tell a story of the stamp's journey and the places it has visited. So, the next time you ponder what can travel around the world while staying in a corner, remember the humble postage stamp. It's a small but mighty traveler, carrying messages and stories across the globe. And who knows, maybe one day you'll start your own collection and join the ranks of those who appreciate the incredible journeys these tiny travelers undertake. Let's see if you can keep this momentum going. Chapter 4. Riddle number 4 is a real head-scratcher, pun intended. What has a neck but no head? Think about everyday objects, things you might find around the house. This one is all about the shape. Time's up. The answer is a bottle. Bottles have a neck but no head at the top. How many of you are still undefeated? Let me know in the comments. Chapter 5. All right, riddle solvers, time for a real brain bender. Riddle number 5. What gets wetter as it dries? This one seems impossible, right? Think about common activities, things you do that involve water. The answer is a towel. A towel absorbs water when you dry yourself, making it wetter as it dries you. How many of you figured that one out? Chapter 6. Get ready for riddle number 6. This one is a classic what has an eye but can't see a thing. Think about everyday objects, things you might find in nature. This one is all about a figure of speech. Time's up. The answer is a needle. A needle has an eye at one end, but it can't see. How many of you are still in the game? Chapter 7. Welcome to another intriguing riddle that will challenge your mind and make you think outside the box. What comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years? This riddle has puzzled many and continues to be a favorite among word enthusiasts. Riddle number 7 is a real word puzzle. It's not about numbers or time, but about the letters that form the words. What comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years? Think carefully about the structure of the words and the letters they contain. This one requires you to think about the actual words, the letters themselves. It's a play on the frequency of a specific letter in these words. The answer is the letter M. Yes, the letter M is the key to solving this riddle. There's one M in minute, two M's in moment, and no M's in 1,000 years. How clever is that? It's fascinating how such a simple riddle can be so tricky. When you first hear the riddle, it's easy to get caught up in the idea of time. But the real trick is to focus on the letters. Minute has one M, which is easy to spot. Moment, on the other hand, has two M's, which might take a bit more observation. And then, when you think about 1,000 years, you realize that there are no M's at all. It's a delightful twist that makes you appreciate the cleverness of wordplay. Riddles like these are not just fun. They also sharpen your mind and improve your attention to detail. They're great for sharing with friends and family, sparking conversations and friendly debates. So next time you come across a riddle, remember to look beyond the obvious. Sometimes the answer lies in the smallest details. And that's the beauty of riddles. They illuminate the hidden corners of our thinking. Keep pondering, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep enjoying the journey of discovery. Until next time, happy riddling! Chapter 8. What has a thumb and 4 fingers but is not alive? All right, riddle champions, let's see if you're still with me. Riddle number 8. What has a thumb and 4 fingers but isn't alive? Think about things you wear, things that resemble a hand. The answer is a glove. A glove has a thumb and 4 fingers, but it's not alive. How many of you are still undefeated? Chapter 9. What has to be broken before you can use it? Riddle number 9 is a real brain teaser. What has to be broken before you can use it? Think about things that start in a specific state, things you have to change before using. The answer is an egg. You have to break an egg before you can cook it or use it in a recipe. How many of you saw that one coming? Chapter 10. What has a head, a tail, but no body? Riddle number 10 is a real classic. What has a head, a tail, but no body? Think about everyday objects, things you might find in your pocket. The answer is a coin. A coin has a head and a tail side, but no body in between. How many of you are still in the running? Chapter 11. What is full of holes but still holds water? Riddle number 11 is a real head-scratcher. What is full of holes but can still hold water? Think about things you find in nature, things with a unique structure. The answer is a sponge. A sponge has holes all over it, but it can still absorb and hold water. How many of you are still undefeated? Chapter 12. What is always in front of you but can't be seen? All right, Riddle Masters, get ready for the final challenge. Riddle number 12. What is always in front of you but can never be seen? This one is deep. Think about abstract concepts, things that are always present. The answer is the future. The future is always in front of us, but we can never see what it holds. How many of you conquered all 12 riddles? Thanks for playing. So how'd you do? Did you manage to solve all 12 riddles? I got to admit, some of those were seriously tough. Let me know in the comments how many you got right. I'm seriously impressed by anyone who got them all. And hey, if you had fun with these brain-bending riddles, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome challenges. Until next time, stay curious, stay awesome.